Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link. On July 4th, 1962, I found myself in the lost and found of mankind. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that it wants to be there. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that the person who lost it doesn't care for that lost item.
You are writing moments that people will learn from, grow from, and heal through for thousands of years. Together, we are co-authoring a unique moment in time. That DNA, those fingerprints, they're going to be gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But it is your story that they will tell for thousands of years, but only if you leave it. Things that do not serve you must go. The longer you wait, the more time you give them to trick you into serving them. 22 homes in foster care, everything I wore as a scar, as a shame, things that started like Velcro on my spirit. After just a few months, then years, then decades, I had believed myself into believing that they were indelible tattoos. Sometimes we have to be broken down to appreciate the view once we start getting up. I want you to leave this place and know that you have been changed. Why? How do I know it's true? Because each of you has just changed.
Need I spell it out before you get it? baby. Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Y'all better wake up, quit playing. I said it. I ain't scared. I'm just kidding. I'm feeling goofy because I'm sleep deprived. What else is new? Right? Anyway, good morning. Why I got the light? I'm still not. My feet actually are not on the ground yet. Why? And grandma's upstairs. Grammy. Sleeping upstairs in our house. This little baby. Hello, Sade. Oops, Sade. Why? Let me stop. Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me. Why are you going? I'm just kidding. Sade. But they know everybody going to say Sade. I'm just saying. But see, my little Google baby. Hello. Oh, so we had the baby last week. Who keeps you young? I didn't put on none of my juries. Uh-oh. That's because there's no way I want to even risk upstaging today's guest. I don't even think it's possible. She's a star, y'all. I already know it. A lot of people know it. The Shine crew is here. They know it. And we're just waiting for the rest of y'all to catch up. Now, I said it. Sure did. I'm bold today. Well, last night, y'all, we went to, I want to show it. Can we? You guys just a little bit? We're going to get our guest in here today, LaTerra. I always want to say something different. You know, I'll mess up the name in a minute, and I feel horrible about it. LaTerra Wise, and she lives up to that last name. This girl, I'm not kidding you. She's a master manifester. I don't even know if I've told her that. We do a little work together now, and I know the look of a master manifester. And this lady is a master manifester. She takes it from the rooter to the tutor. She checks everything from top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner. And I am so excited to be privy to watch her growth as she takes everything she's doing to the new level, which is everything beyond where she's at. And she's got such a great attitude about it. And she has a family. She does a lot of things. So we're going to get her in here quickly up in the corner. There it is. I always go to the wrong. Even though I went to bed at 2 a.m., which I used to go to bed at 8 p.m., somehow this skin is still glowing. It's this. Our sponsor today, Spotlight sponsor today, is Janonia Renee, a mother-daughter team out of the Bronx, New York. I met them when I was in New York speaking for the Young Black Professionals event last year. They slipped some samples in my bag, and that was a good move because I'm hooked on all their products. And if you go over to their site by scanning the green circle up in the corner, the QR code, the flow code, you will see all of their wonderful products. I use a serum at night. I use their exfoliant, which is great, done with oatmeal. It's good. It smells so good you want to eat it, but don't. I learned my lesson in 4th grade when I ate a whole thing of pink Play-Doh. You don't even want to know. Woo! It was salty, but it smelled so good. I couldn't help myself. Quit playing. Y'all know you ate glue. You ate some glue. It smelled good. That Elmer's was delicious. Delicious. I had a friend who just opened his mouth and paste. Remember paste with the little stick down in it? Woo! Just give me a cracker. I'm going to spread it like it's some cheese. Anyway, the things kids do. So anyway, head over and check out their products, really. And if you put BRM for Bathrobe Moments in the discount code section at checkout, you'll get an additional 10% off. Thank you, Janonia Renee. That's the Spotlight sponsor for this week. Now, let's get down to it. Oh, wait. hold on real quick, because I told her last night, because she called me out. See, we had VIP things. I love that. LaTerra, get ready. I know you've been practicing it. You went to a concert, you said last week. You know how when you just, it's called command presence. Seriously, you got to believe in the road you're walking. Every step is purposeful. People are watching you. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, you want to get their eyes on you and your work. But most of them, you got to understand this going in, folks. Most of them will come stargazing. They see all that kind of stuff back there. They come stargazing. That's when we break it down. Come on in here. Bring it in. They come stargazing because they think we have what they want. But we know that we're going to make sure they leave what they need, which will help them become trailblazers, just like today's guest and so many of you. Like I said, the Shine crew is in the house, and now we're going to get that girl in here. LaTerra Wise, be prepared, get prepared. You are about to be truly amazed, because she is truly amazing. I want to say this as she comes down the hallway. Take a note, put a pen in it. If you want the world to be interested in what you're doing, then you got to be interesting like she is. Here she comes, y'all, LaTerra West. Why I say West? Lord have mercy, shaking my head.
Good morning.
Good morning. I try to make up for it by putting you on the screen by yourself for a second.
Okay.
All of that in the last word. See?
You almost made it.
Almost. I'm going to keep trying. 9 years and still doing. Well, I don't care. I mean, when you do your best, you just go, oh, well, to the rest, right?
Yes.
How you been?
I've been amazing.
I know. I've been watching. And we do a little work together. I'm going to tell you, I meant every word, LaTerra, of what I said. I love clients who, they just get it done. I mean, everybody's at a different stage. They all have their different limiting beliefs and all their superpowers. But I really enjoy watching you. Talk about this. Let's start here. Usually I leave and let the guests, because you were here before.
This is my first time.
It is?
It is my first time, yes.
Oh, then I got to do it then. I'm going to dip out, y'all, and let our guest, LaTerra, have a moment to pour from her heart. And she's got a big heart, so y'all might be in there for a while. Get us started with what you woke up on your spirit today. I'll come back in, and we'll use that to start our walk around the block, this interview. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, all you, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. So the thing that has been on my heart, if this is the only section of the show that you can catch because of your busy schedule right now, I want you to know that you need to trust the timing of your life. Trust that even if you're in a hard season right now, it is going to get good. And when it gets good, let it be good. Don't wait for the other shoe to drop. The shoe is only dropping for you to move forward. So that's what I want to encourage you with on today. That's what's been on my heart. And yeah.
I love it. Sweet and to the point.
Yeah.
That sounds like a book title.
Oh, goodness.
Trust the season of your life. And that's true, because the seasons of your life change. I have a new motto. I got the download maybe a couple months ago, and you might have in one of our, did I do this thing with you? Yeah.
Yes.
See? Yeah. Y'all, I love it. Now, first of all, I should preface this by saying what I love about my creator. Everybody got their own creator. I mean, the way we deal with it and the way they deal with us.
Yes.
And I love the way they work with me, because in the very beginning, they sat me down and said, now look, 4 agreements. First thing they put in my hand, pay close attention to, don't take things personally. So here we go. If God had a bookshelf behind his desk with a book about how the relationship was with each of us individually, one of yours would be, those white, yellow, and black books y'all have, whatever for dummies. And I was like, hold on, home, whatever, because you can't tell if they, who you calling? They said, we told you, don't take it. And that's really how it started. Now, the reason I said all that was because I know something. I know something that you haven't admitted to me. And I want you to start this interview by talking about it. How
Okay.
it's not that it's easy, it's
Mhm.
just that the anointing will allow us to make it look like it's easy. And the world say, oh, he got it easy. He got it. No, we don't. You sleeping. We up doing stuff. I want you to talk about where you go to get your everything, to keep what we see from the outside appear as if it is seamlessly moving and moving. How do you do it? What do you have in place that gets you started every day in the right trajectory? What is it? What do you reach for?
I reach for gratitude. My day starts with thanking God, because if I start my day with gratitude, and if I start my day on that positive note, then I'm inviting more things to be grateful for. And I have an amazing husband and children. Our routine kind of sync up in the morning. So I wake up to smiling faces. I wake up to the joy that God has given me. And just that simple. If you don't have time to say a quick prayer, because I'm not a morning person at all.
No,
I am not a morning person.
I am.
So I can tell.
I am. My husband hates it. He can get up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and still be. He stays up late.
Yeah, I'm a
Do
night
you go
owl.
to bed early?
I don't. I am a night owl.
You are?
I am.
Oh, that's why you're not a morning person.
Yes. And
Wait a
I've
minute.
learned to accept the rhythm of my life. So
How come morning people don't have a bird? If y'all get night owl, what should we be?
well, I don't know.
Somebody
You
come
just
up
get
with
the
one.
generic early bird.
Oh yeah, and we get the worm. No, early bird gets the cappuccino. That's how we got to. So listen, how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
Shut your mouth.
Yes.
You do?
I do.
You don't look old enough to have 4. Would you have 3 of them at once?
I had 2 of them at once.
You did?
I did.
Clairvoyant.
Yeah. So my youngest 2 are twins. My babies are 15. And then I have an 18-year-old son and a 21-year-old daughter.
So the twins are boys, girls, both? One daughter.
What? That's all I could handle.
Is she just like, yep.
She is very much my child.
Okay. I had a feeling. And the boys favor your husband?
Very much my child. Yes. One of the things that my mother, I have a younger sister and brother that I was raised with. And my mother told me and my younger sister, I hope that when you get old enough, you have girls. So you understand what you put me through.
I hear that all the time.
Yes. And our daughters are very much just like us. So.
Actually, Tammy, our dear friend who was upstairs, who was the mother of Carly, who just had the baby girl. And that's what we were talking about. How all the stuff that Carly, because Carly, we just love her to death. That's my goddaughter. And she's just, from the time she was little, just the stuff that would come out of her mouth. You have to go, who in there? Aunt Clara? It feels like an old soul sometimes.
Yes.
So let's go here. And they say raising one girl is the equivalent of raising 3 boys.
Yes. I would absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. And
Girls,
it's 3 times
girls are
expensive.
special, but they give you a special kind of love. They each of them have their own kind of love that they give. So it's a beautiful experience.
Well, LaTerra, it appears from the outside that you're a woman who seemingly has it all. There are people, I know you may go, what? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the world sees the garment, but they can't see where the threads are maybe coming a little bit loose, or where it's a little bit frayed. They just take face value. Talk about your authenticity and transparency. Now, you have a family. You have other commitments. I know you're a woman of faith, and you have your girls. And let me get in here because they're chatting up a storm over there. I get 46 comments. And it ain't nobody but the Shine Crew putting on. Woo, they can. I bet. Have you been to one of the retreats Shine Crew does?
Not yet.
Where they wear the t-shirts and stuff?
Not yet.
I want to be on the
It's
fly on the
coming.
wall. When is Shine Crew gonna have a man as an honorary member?
There's men in the Shine Crew.
I ain't seen none. Name one.
Mike is in the Shine Crew. Mike Casanova. Gordon's in the Shine
He
Crew.
is? Well, Gordon,
Yes.
he got a pass because he married to the founder.
Yeah, he don't have a choice. But yes, Mike is.
I didn't know y'all knew. What?
Yes.
Okay, cut it out or cut me in. I want my shirt, Andrew. I want my shirt. Yeah, get me one. I wear it on here. Ooh, we'll talk about. We need a Shine Crew special, a 90-minute Shine Crew special.
That would be amazing.
Let's put it together. Okay, but today is all about you. You have been a busy bee. Let's start with, now you have a membership group.
I do.
A community. I just started one. How was it for you? It was not as difficult on the front end as people had made me think it would be, but then I probably left a bunch of bolts and screws in the pack. You know how when you put something together, I'm that guy. Why they give me 14 extra screws to put this bookshelf together? Didn't need all that. Then 2 weeks later, it's on the floor. Then fell over. Because how was it for you putting this together? And talk about it. Tell everybody what this community is all about.
So the community is called the Overcomer Circle, and it is a community of women that come together, and it's really just a space where I get to pour into the lives of others. One thing I know is that God doesn't play about me, and he doesn't play about the people that he allows to come into my circle. No. So if you are assigned to my life, then I am going to pour out everything that God has given me for you. And the Overcomer Circle is that community where I get to pour into the lives of the women in the community. And I call my office the birthing room. Because when we get on calls and when we get into those membership meetings, gifts are birthed, ideas are birthed. People start to speak those things that have been in their minds, but they've been too afraid to say. And so this is the space where the Holy Spirit comes in, God reveals, and we work.
Let's talk about that. I am a true champion for naming our spaces. You know why? Because when we name a space, it then becomes a place. And what did Jesus say at the Last Supper? Now check this out. Track it. I go to prepare a place. In my Father's house, heaven, there are many mansions, all stuff there. So what's this place? See what I'm saying? Joy is a place. Faith, it is a place. That's why when we need them, we already have them. We're standing in them.
Yes.
If we choose to call them forth. So let's talk about, first of all, another women's only group. I bet you if we did all that, y'all be trying to sue us.
Listen, that's who I'm called to in this season.
So many.
Now it may shift.
Why are so many? I'm feeling I'm getting a complex. I spitefully, but I did grow from it. Well, not spitefully. I bought Oprah's most recent book, which was for women. Because I'm gonna read it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. Why do you feel, in your opinion, so many women create brands specifically for other women? And men don't really do that. Well,
I don't think men have to.
Oh, it's already tilted.
The world is set up for men.
Is it still?
It's still set up for men. And I think women are starting to come into, well, not starting because it's been happening, but coming into that power and ownness of identity. And there are a lot of spaces in the world where we don't feel safe.
Yeah.
So when we're able to come together and make spaces like that, we embrace those spaces. We make a safe space for ourselves so that we can go out and create safe spaces for others around us.
Well, I see a connection
between two powerful women leaders, female leaders. Let's take you and Andrea Harrison, you guys from the Shine Crew, the founder. She too, you helped her with a new book. I heard. We'll get her back and bring you in on that because I want to talk about that. I didn't know that was one of your gifts. I need to work with you on that. Seriously, I'm serious. Now, even though you both have brands, niche brands for women, you both have strong, supportive men in your lives, partners.
Yes.
You're evenly yoked and that sort of thing. So, do you have anything? Do you feel the need to provide something so that we, the men, can learn how to be better supporters of the women in our lives? Because a lot of guys have ego and pride. Why are you getting all dressed up? Where you going? Who you putting that on for? You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious, because when I was in the fitness world and I would help women of color, their husbands would be supportive at the beginning of the journey. They wanted to shed some weight, feel good about themselves. Soon as they started seeing results, they pull the money. You ain't going back. All that kind of stuff. So talk about that. You have a daughter. What have you instilled in her as far as the qualities she should be looking for in a partner, in a mate, in a husband, or whatever,
I tell her to look at her father and look at our relationship.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah. Her dad is amazing. He's an amazing husband, and he has been through some things with me because when we got married very young. Now, don't judge me.
How old is young?
People, but my husband is 44.
My angel number.
We met when we were 19, and I was 19, I think, when we met. So we met in August, started dating in August. We had our daughter the next September. So things progressed quickly, but he met a broken version of me.
Talk about that, because you're two things. You're the heart work strategist. So that tells me that's ground zero for you.
Yes.
You start there and everything is built on that. So put your heart in it, right? But then you also the heart of an overcomer. And so you can't, if you, Maya Angelou, just do right. If you're going to teach, you must live your teachings. So that means you're an authority. Talk about what do you mean when you said the broken version?
So I grew up kind of with trauma as a partner. Before I was even born, and my mother has talked about this, so it's not something that I'm sharing without her, but I wasn't supposed to be here. My parents were young when they had me. My mom was 17, my dad was 19. And so, they're just getting their lives started, didn't plan on having children. And I popped up. But when she went to have the procedure done, they told her it was too late. So the purpose in me has been fighting battles ever since then. I've dealt with the abandonment issues that come with with having a father who didn't want to be a dad. But I didn't know that until I was good and grown, pregnant with my twins. And so not having that understanding caused all of those hurt and abandonment issues. And why am I not good enough? And of course, with girls, what comes with that is looking for that love in all the wrong places and not knowing my value and worth. I just settled for whatever. And so my husband got that version of me that didn't know who I was, that was insecure and still searching for something.
How do you think he saw past what was on the surface at the time? Because that's a thing too. My husband is a therapist, right? And I remember when I heard him telling somebody back in the early days, well, my first suggestion would be that you stop looking for Mr. Right. I think it was one of our nieces, and start pouring everything into becoming Miss Right.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
how is Mr. Right going to recognize you if you haven't done any work on yourself? You a dilapidated abandoned house, and he got a brand new house, built from the ground up. So
Yeah.
how do you think your husband, has he ever confided in you? I'm sure you've asked. What made you, and what did he say?
Well, I don't think either of us was looking for a relationship when
Or
we
was
got
it just
together.
that you was fine?
That's
I
how
don't
it started.
care. She
That's how
can
it
have the
started.
worst attitude, but she fine as wine in summertime.
It started. He did say when we met, he told his friends and his dad that I was so fine that I would be his he would make me his wife.
He
And
already
that's
knew.
coming from a person who wasn't in relationships. So, I guess this, when they say you know.
Did you know? Because you were broken. What you think was going on? He cute and all, but I ain't trying.
Yeah,
I don't need no man.
I definitely didn't think it was gonna last. And then when we're 3 months in and now I'm pregnant, like we barely know each other and now so I'm looking at that little test and thinking, okay, how am I going to do this by myself? Not even considering the fact that he might want
want
to
you.
stay. Yeah.
How did that feel when that other shoe dropped and you were facing the realization, the possibility of someone wanting you with all the cracks, all of the brokenness, and all the shards laying on the floor, and are willing to hang around until we glue this back together? How did that make? Did you believe it? Were you suspicious? Did you think it was a trick? What did you think?
Oh yeah, I was absolutely suspicious and still a little leery because you know all I had known was hurt. Like people make promises and um, don't follow through, but he followed through, and I think that's because our union was God ordained.
There you
Now,
go.
the way we got together, probably wasn't, ideal, but our union is God ordained. And I say, like you talk about my last name, I say I married well
Yes.
because God, the way that my name now flows, my name means the earth. The my first name means the earth. My middle name means beauty and grace. And so with the addition of his last name, my name literally means I am grounded in grace and wisdom.
You know, see, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I allowed the guests to pour from their heart, because it's like this is what happens when a person is truthful and they're authentic. And I got something else to say. You know how people say when somebody show you who they are the first time, believe them. Y'all, we need to start applying that not only to the people who like, I can't believe you lied to me, but to the people who never would lie to you. Don't, you know what I mean? It's not just a negative. When somebody shows you the good in them the first time,
Mhm.
believe them. So anyway, I said all that because we get ready to work on that. This is what it's like when you start the intention. You spritz everything around us with your version of a sacred spray. And I say that to say this. It's not easy for a lot of people. Oh, Andrea, I ate powder too. So did. That kind my grandmother had with that big old thing that, that puff thing. Right. Remember those? Remember that? Estee Lauder was the best. Delicious. Better than steak. So Andrea, both, we need to talk about that. We need some help. So anyway, how long did it take for all the pieces to come back together? It is a process. Were you ever afraid it was taking too long? He's going to give up on me. There's no way. And when did it
Absolutely.
start to change?
Absolutely.
Dogs biscuits. Ooh, Tara. You can tell we love each other. All right, I'll admit it. I ate a shoe. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation about all these things that y'all ate.
That we ate.
As children, we're gonna have to unpack that.
Girl, for real. I don't know what was wrong with us back in the day, but we sure had fun, didn't we, y'all? So, no, seriously, because a lot of people, they drag things behind them. You can have a partner or a support system that is not, they're not holding things against you, but you have a death grip on it. You won't let it go. So talk about that. What was it that eventually made you believe it was real?
Full transparency, we dealt with some infidelity, and he, on my part. And
oh, y'all didn't see that coming, because I was like, dirty dog.
No, not at all. But he fought for me.
He what?
He fought for me.
Wow.
During that space and that time. And he, of course we had our moments of arguments and all of that, and trying to figure all of that out. But him fighting for me was like, because all I had seen from relationships was divorce and single parents and broken relationships. I hadn't seen healthy relationships.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what one looked like.
Yeah.
Until he came in and we were learning together what a healthy relationship is supposed to be. And so he gave me grace to grow. And him loving me showed me that I can love myself, that there is something beautiful in me, and I don't have to settle for the things that I was allowing myself to settle for. I don't have to search outside of myself for anything. So I always say that his love loved me to wholeness.
I know that's right. That's a good man.
What's his name? He is an amazing man.
What his name is?
His name is LaTerra Wise.
That's what my birth mother would say. What his name is? I'm like, excuse me? When I met my mom. Girl. Arkansas. And you've been married how many years?
18?
18 years.
No, hold on. 19 years.
19 years. So you got a big anniversary coming up. Uh-oh.
Listen. Okay, so this is also one of the things is that we are so deep in that sometimes we forget when we have an anniversary. And for a long time, until we got our marriage license for something that we needed, we have been telling people we got married the wrong year.
But see, that's the thing. When you don't have to see, I think that's a beautiful indicator. That's the best litmus test of unbridled joy, unconditional love you could ever have. Because you're not watching the clock. You're just living within the time the clock is providing you. Yes. And that's why it's called counting it all joy, not watching the clock. I want to ask you this though. Did they ever find the body? Because you say he fought. I was like,
Listen,
somebody ain't walking around, huh? Junebug just, I don't know where he went. They said he just left town, just like that. He left all right. The upper room. Oh, okay. So, but it's nice to know that we can have missteps. And when somebody really supports you, yes, they will find a way. And it's just amazing. So, okay, now we have set the stage for how you were supported, how you began to support yourself after that, because it led you over to your workroom, your heart workroom, and we know who you serve. What was the motivation and the inspiration behind? We have the trailer. Set that up for us. We're going to watch it. Tell us about the book. I love the artwork. I love the imagery. I love the messaging. There's an anointing on this. I'm telling you. Talk about how you came to birthing this.
So this, again, is one of those projects that when I say trust the timing of your life, this was something that God gave me back in 2017, 18. I had written it, the outline for it and everything, and it just sat in a
Wait a minute.
binder for years.
You got to do an outline to do a. That's homework.
You got
Everything I
oh, you
said
got
about.
homework.
I
Listen,
ain't working with you.
all of the people
Okay.
in the all the Shine crew in the comments will tell you there is homework. I love homework.
How did you learn how to do this? Where did you learn how to do this? Self-taught?
Yeah. Just I won't even say self-taught. Divinely led,
I
Holy
was gonna
Spirit.
say.
Yeah. Because the cover and all of the art I did for this book, the website, everything I did, and usually I struggle with all of those things. It takes me a while, but I put the website together in 2 days.
Told you.
The cover came together in less than a week.
That cover.
The book came together once I finally got myself together. The progression of the book was last May. God told me to do 31 days of deliverance, to go live and teach what was on the outline. And so from that, the book was born. So I was mandated to complete the project by the end of December. But I didn't, because you know how life gets busy and we tend to put our purpose and put those things, God assignments, to the side because he gives us grace. But that grace is only for a season. And so that season for me ended January 31st. I got a clear message that if you don't get this done by the end of January, you are out of my grace and you are out of my will. And that is a terrifying thing to hear.
Ooh.
So when you see me operating in obedience, when you see me taking steps and making things happen, it's because I never want to be in that place where I'm outside of the will of God.
I know that's right. You can say that again. You know what that feels when you said that? It was like God just grabs you up at the front of the shirt and throw you up against the locker.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It felt like. Yes.
Right. Like, look, keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. Right. So what was here's something I want to talk about. There's the book. Love the artwork. We're going to come back to it because we're going to watch the trailer here in a second. Let's talk about this real quick before we watch the trailer. After you got thrown up against the locker and you're like, okay, I want no trouble. I want no smoke. I'll take care of it, man. I have your money, you know. Right. Where my money? How did you feel once you started? Was it like, what did I wait on? That's usually how it works for me. I can't remember why I procrastinated because it wasn't my idea. That's why I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the stuff that you said just poured out of you because you were co-creating, and God's timing is divine timing. You know what I mean? A lot of us, we plead and put petitions before our higher power, requesting a seat at the table. And then as soon as we get it, we forget who built the table and start doing it how we want it. Excuse me, how you gonna bring your own food to my dinner? Right. So let's watch the trailer. You want to set it up? Who is the book for? Is it just for women? Because I'm gonna buy one anyway.
Oh, I want you to buy one. It is because I am a woman. It is, and the way that God works through me, my stories and my life are what I use because I never want anybody to feel like they're being judged. And so the book feels like a conversation with your girlfriend with some Jesus not sprinkled in because Jesus is all through
like,
it.
Dipped in it like a cone.
Yes. So it is so the main audience is women, yes.
Okay.
But it is for anyone who has been wearing a mask, anyone who has felt like they've been hiding, because that's what I did for a long time. I hid behind the mask of perfection. And wanting to show up and saying that like I want things to be perfect. I need them to be done the right way. But that mask became an excuse that held me bound, that kept me bound. And so once you're able to identify the mask that you're wearing, it becomes easier to take it off. But once you take it off, there's still some work you got to do to heal what you've been covering up. And so that's what this devotional is created for, to walk you through that process of identifying the mask, of removing the mask, and then starting to put the pieces together to heal what's beneath the mask so that you don't feel like you have to hide anymore.
You know, oh, and this ties into what y'all Shine Crew, think about it. The first thing that I had to put my fingers on to keep a track of the pulse, to make sure I didn't get depressed, because I used to swim in that pool every day, and I'm talking about COVID when it hit. The thing, as soon as we had to don the masks, and I could not see people smiling, and they could not see me, it changed everything. It was just a flat world for me. And so I think about that. We can't shine. Our smile is our shine. It's our joy. It's like proof of joy.
Yes.
Now, a lot of us, and Maya Angelou has a beautiful piece, beautiful from her early days, called "We Wear the Mask." Did I tell you about that?
I don't think so.
Next time you're on a session, we're gonna watch it. If you don't watch it ahead of time, absolutely, you just at the end you're like, and it's so powerful. So you're onto something. Now you say something. Well, let's watch the trailer. You say something in the trailer, a line in there. There's two things. We wear the mask thinking it will protect us. It was, and I thought that was very brilliantly put. Talk about that. What do you know what I'm alluding to? Okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't protect us. The mask is, we put it on believing that we're protecting ourselves from people seeing us, from people being able to hurt us. But what it's doing is hiding your potential. It's hiding your pain. And when you're hiding your pain, you can't deal with it. We serve a God that is, as one of my pastors used to say, God is a gentleman. So he's not going to force himself on you. So if you're hiding what you're going through and you're putting on a mask and saying, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine," and you're not inviting God to come in and heal that, then you're living a lie. And so the mask hides that pain and keeps you from actually being able to deal with it and to heal it. And it hides your potential. It hides who you truly are.
Yes.
And it's okay to be flawed. The mask is something that, masks are that one image that doesn't change. But we're not created to just be stoic.
Yes.
We are created to be able to flow in our flaws and in our beauty and in everything that God has put in us, because everything in our lives, everything we've experienced, everything that we are, all of the pieces of us, nothing is wasted in his hands.
See, what I love about the analogy of the mask is because it pointed me to, because I had one for a long time, and I heard God say to me, there's a reason I said the eyes are the window to the soul. You may wear that mask, but I can still see everything that you think you're hiding from me. And thank God, because that's why there's a bridge between where you are and where God is at the time. Beckoning, 777 on the screen. He allows us, here's the bridge, cross it when you're ready. Come as you are. Let's take a look at this trailer for Unmasked, you guys. You saw the artwork, the cover of the book, and there's 2 books. We're going to get to that. Take a look. Here we go.
When did you first don your mask? Do you even remember? Or has it been there so long, it feels like part of you? The mask was supposed to protect you, but instead, it's been hiding you. Hiding your pain, hiding your joy, hiding you. But you were never meant to live in hiding. The moment you decide to remove the mask changes everything. You've suffered long enough. It's time to release the weight, to heal, to breathe. This is your moment. This is your freedom. This is your time to step into who God created you to be. The mask was never your identity. You were made for more.
Okay. So beautiful. And you did that, didn't you? You put that together?
I did. Yes.
I know you did. And that's something. We'll save that for another show. But it's just amazing. Everything in there landed. Every single word. Because we set the intention. I always tell people it's like dominoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you know how you set them all up so you can knock one. The last one is the first one you place. That's your intent, your intention. And then you come up to the front and you place the first one because it is in charge of making sure all the others go. The reason I use that analogy is because you have to set the intention and then you have to create the definition at the front, the first domino that pushes it all the way through. Because people have, if you put a weak definition in front of your intention, somebody's going to try to twist your words. But when you put your truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you who, that's right, they can't, because the truth is the only thing in this universe that it is impossible to change. It cannot be changed. It can become a knockoff, but it won't be the truth. It'll be an attempt to change it. Let's talk about, tell us why there are 2 books on there. How does that work?
So Unmasked is the devotional. It's a 31-day journey to peace, deep healing, and true freedom.
Okay.
So it is the foundation. It is the daily guide that's going to give you the devotion, the scripture. It has it has some action steps and questions to start the conversation, to start the process of you looking at things differently. And Unmasked Reflections is the workbook that accompanies that. So it dives a little deeper. It goes into exercises that are a little deeper, that challenge you to think a little more. It's got more reflection questions so that you actually get to the root and then start to remove the layers of the mask and start to heal those things. So they are a team. They work in tandem, and it is a true release. It's created so that people who want to heal for real. Because I don't believe in fluff. I don't believe in wasting words. So every word is intentional.
Gotta be.
Yeah. So it's a journey.
You know what I love? I'll tell you what, where my eyes were directed. Let me put it back up on the screen real quick. My eyes were directed at the order of, where is it? Hold on. Peace, deep healing, true freedom.
Yes.
Though I know for a fact that is purposeful. Those are layers. It's like you digging to get, to the next thing, and then you got your shovel and you hear, we hit it. I found it. You know what I mean? Because it's not always so obvious what you're digging for. When you say deep, nothing here, move over here, and you got to mark where you've been so that you can cover. So it seems like there must be a plan, which is why you have the workbook and the day. Do you think 31 days has something to do with how they say if it's 30 days or more, it becomes a habit?
I think so. Like I said, when God gives me something, I just go with it. And I know that there's always an intention behind it.
Yes.
So it actually started out as 30 days, but when Andrea did my graphic for the live that I did in May, she's like, well, May has 31 days. So I thought it was 31. So she changed it to 31. But the 31st day was for me a revelation of how all of it worked together.
Nice.
About how all of the pieces, once we remove the mask, we're able to equip ourselves with the armor of God. And so it's a preparation.
How interesting. I have
Yeah.
written right here. I was going to use it in the close of the show. And you just said armor. And I was going to say, well, I'll say it now. Trade in, you must choose. When you're ready, just choose to trade in your mask for your shield.
Mm-hmm.
The shield of purpose. And there it is. See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's talk real quick before as we prepare to, man, you're a 2-hour girl. We need to have you back. I would like to, yes, absolutely. Okay, she ain't nothing but a thing. I want, can you tell us about this? Coming to the big screen, y'all.
Yes.
What is this?
So, Hey There, Overcomer is the podcast.
Yeah.
So, again, this is another one of those things of trusting the timing of your life.
Amen.
And it's one of those things in 2018, 19, before grief kind of shut everything down for me.
Uh-huh.
The podcast was something that I did. It was called Woman Unmasked podcast back then. And so this is a revamp, a refresh, a repurposing of that. Coming from a different place now. This is a podcast dedicated to sharing stories of women. I say women, Dr. Lauren. I feel I can't see your face, but I feel your face.
Oh, you can now.
But no, seriously, I do feel like at some point there will be a shift because, and I'm trying to get my husband to shift with me, because there is work that men need to heal.
Yeah.
There are places that men need to heal, and raising three sons has given me perspective and allowed me to create space for them to understand their emotions and not feel like they have to hide. So yes, I do feel like at some point that shift will happen and it will come.
You see my mouth, right?
I see you.
Good thing ain't no flies in here. I'm not kidding y'all, in real time. Sometimes here is where the term, and I talk to them the way, they say we have free speech. I was like, of all the unmitigated gall, I live for being able to use that one. It's so rare. But they said, you ought to look at why you keep asking all these women why there's not something for men. You a man, write it. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, what'd you say? Right. They used you today. And I said earlier, I believe that gate opened when I said, "Ooh, I should work with you." See? Okay, I'm stunned, stuck, but open. Talk about what we see scrolling, pre-orders.
Yes.
Get them now. How do we do it?
So visit LaTerraWise.com/unmasked. The book is available right now for pre-order. The release date is May 27th. However, there are limited edition VIP experience boxes that I have curated, because I don't want this to just be a book. I want this to be an experience. So not only will you get the work and the workbook, you're going to get a custom journal, custom affirmation cards, all the little,
and a custom sweet potato pie.
all those little add-ons that make the box an experience. But what you're also going to get is a 30-minute one-on-one call, because I want this to truly be a healing experience for you. And also a VIP only course.
That's
so you
amazing.
will have access to that as well. And inside the book, there is, when you get your book, you're going to see there's codes that lead you to content that is exclusive just for the book. So it is not just a book, it is a total healing experience.
Tawana Ross, the LinkedIn professor. Girl, what you doing up in here? Hi, Tawana. I said, I know somebody with that name. Then I see her. Hey, Tawana was there when I first started. I didn't know y'all knew her.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All of you, look at you. And I want to talk to you, Miss Ridley. Is that a book? Oh, you know me. Is that a guess? Listen, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
We're watching. The world is watching. And I just want to say this as we prepare to leave today. I'm just a little bit over. Andrea, why indeed? Andrea, I just love her. Don't you wish you knew Andrea when she was like 12, 13?
Yeah. Oh, I get 12, 13-year-old energy from Andrea sometimes.
She's do sassy. Too.
She's sassy.
I love it. I absolutely. I'm gonna let it shine all around the neighborhood. You absolutely right. So listen, I want you to be encouraged because I know it can't be easy, even though you make it look like it. We understand and we are here. You all, I want you to understand to be open. They are called growing pains for a reason. Heads up, take the clue, because when it's time to know, it's because it's time to grow. Okay? And when you agree, this is God, it's time to know something, because it's time to grow something, look what happens. I believe all of the prayers of our ancestors before us and all of the prayers of our ancestors headed to this very spot from the future. In that very moment, when you choose to do the will of what is greater than you, all of those prayers are poured into that intention in that very moment. Just like when you experience trauma, that was when God put his finger on your spirit and marked you for greatness. LaTerra, you are proof of that. So many of you out there are proof of that. But you can't share that proof if you don't remember yourself. So get the journal, get the book, get to work. I'm getting mine. I guarantee you it'll be here as soon as when will the books come? When will it actually come out?
So May 27th.
May 27th. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys go over and get it. You won't be sorry. LaTerra West, thank you. Lord, I'm writing it down. Let me tell you what that is. Now, see, once I was like, but West, I'm writing it down. There's a reason. Something. Let me see somebody on my schedule with the last name West. I'm not playing. Do you think God does anything by accident?
Not at all. Mm-mm.
Right. Sometimes those senior moments and that stuff, like for instance, last thing. Have you ever had a person where you can't remember their name for whatever? Why I can't remember that child's name.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes God tell you because you don't need to forget it and keep moving. See,
okay.
All the clues. Listen, and here's a clue. Get the book and get back here tomorrow, if you will. I'll meet you, God willing, at 8 a.m. Central on the front porch, where together you and I will have another illuminated conversation. Now get out today. Find an E and an R. It's all it's going to take. You can be just like LaTerra West. What? I almost said West.
There you are again. Mm-hmm.
Let me, cut it out or cut me in. You can be just like anybody you look up to, because somebody is looking up to you, whether you see it or not. Now, don't let my screen door slam as you leave. And remember, Dr. Lauren absolutely loves you. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Oh, thank you. Beautiful work. That cover, award-winning. I'm not kidding you. It speaks. Say hello to your family, your husband, and thank him for me as another man for being a great example of what we should be. I mean that. Okay? All right, y'all, get out of here. I'll see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it? beat of my